And staying lifted to the crown of our head. Let's take Pran Mudra, touching the thumb, little finger and ring finger together, Pran Mudra. Pointing the extending fingers out like earthing rods and sitting tall through your spine. Drawing your shoulders back and down, lifting your heart. You can close your eyes when you're ready. Taking big deep breaths with Pran Mudra to ground us to the earth, to energize the health and the strength of our bodies, for stability, and to energize our blood. So as you breathe through, noticing your lungs really pumping the blood through your body with a big inhale and exhale, maybe taking bigger breaths than you're used to, really extending and filling up with an inhale. Exhale, squeezing the air out, yoking your core and drawing lower belly in. And keeping that going, your own breath. And next we're going to practice golden square breath. Golden square breath is great for balancing your brain hemispheres, your emotions. It involves pausing after the inhale and pausing after the exhale to make a square. And imagining this square is within your body, from your hips and shoulders, forming this square as a golden square within you. So next, inhale through our left side, imagining a line from left hip to left shoulder. Pausing across your collarbones, across the top of the square, from shoulder to shoulder, with the breath in. Exhaling the breath out from your right shoulder to right hip. And then pausing with the breath out across your pelvis and your hips. Drawing lower belly in, feeling empty. Inhale, filling up again with the breath through and this awareness of your left hip to left shoulder during the square. Pausing across your collarbones, filling up fully with the breath in. Exhaling out and being aware of the right shoulder to right hip. And pausing with the breath out across your pelvis, drawing lower belly in. And this breath with 4 parts has the breath filling and then emptying. One more time as we inhale from our left hip to left shoulder, drawing this golden square. Pausing with the breath across the collarbone, sealing the breath in to all the cells within us. Exhaling down through the right side in your imagination. And pausing with the breath out, following lower belly in, sensing stillness and silence possibly. And then breathing again in your own steady rhythm. And the root chakra has a square symbol associated to it. So this square corresponds with this root element of your mudra, of Pran Mudra, and of you grounding to the earth. Taking one more breath just as we sit here, please. We'll start to move now, so taking hands and knees to the mat in tabletop. Hands onto shoulders, spreading the fingers, pressing the pads of the hands down, and feet firm to the back, flattening to the back. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen through the spine, lift the hips at the back. Exhale, rounding, press the ground away, hollowing and arching. Inhale to lengthen, lifting heart and hips. Exhale to round. And once more, inhale, feeling the wave through your spine, awakening. Exhale to round, pressing the ground away and hollowing. Inhale to a flat back. We'll touch the right foot back to the back of the mat. And as you press the toes down, press the heel away. We'll then lift this right foot up and we'll do some V-taps. We haven't done this for a while and I just thought it'd be nice to do. Actually, Amanda, if you were here last night, you did it with me last night, didn't you? So tapping your foot one way and then the other at the back of the mat activating your legs, activating through the leg line, the muscles, all the way through. We'll then take this right foot to the back of the mat, side plank with your knee down, lifting the right hand up, reaching up to the right thumb. 3 arches with the hand underneath the left, arching the right arm under, activate your core. Inhale, reach the right hand up again. Twice more, exhale under. Inhale to reach and extend, exhale under. Inhale to lengthen up. Coming up for gate pose now, so move the left foot behind the left knee slightly and lift both hands up wide, shoulder height. Pressing down through the right foot to the back of the mat, lift up through the core, great. We'll take the left hand over the head, right hand dropping lightly to the right leg, but not putting any pressure on that right leg with the right hand. Reaching up through the left fingertips, lifting up as far as you can. Inhale back to center and then wrap the left elbow underneath the right. Eagle arms, hands to center, or if it's a bit hard for you to have the hands together, you can have the hands to your shoulders as well. Looking down to the upper arms, draw the elbows forward, press through the legs still, lift up through the inner thighs, core, and looking down to the upper arms, elbows forward to stretch the shoulders. Exhale, release, take the hands forward now, hinge the hips backwards and have a stretch out through your inner thighs, through the spine, feel the lower back, the hips, press to both feet. Walk the hands back towards you, take the left hand forward, wide to the left side of the mat, lift right foot and right hand for mini half moon. It's half moon in the sky at the moment, I thought it'd be nice to do a few today. Great, then we'll pull the elbow to the knee, really feeling into our core and our hip stability. Twice more, or you can rest. Inhale, reach the hand and foot away again. Exhale, pull the elbow to knee. Inhale to reach and extend. Exhale into center, strong. Inhale, reach again, and then exhale, hands and knees down, square to the mat in tabletop again. The little shake of your tail feathers. And we'll go to the other side. Stepping the left foot behind to the back of the mat, flex the toes back. One is through your hands, pressing all the pads of the hands down. Activate the shoulders, the core. Feel this leg line as you press the heel away, toes down. And then tapping the foot either side, left and right, a big V at the back of the mat. Keep going, activating the inner and outer seam of the leg and doing roughly about the same count on this side that we did on the other. We'll then step the left foot behind the right, right hand under shoulder, lifting into your side plank with knee down. Lift through the core, through the heart, looking to the left thumb, reaching up. Exhale, thread the left arm underneath the right, arching the arm under. Inhale, reach the hand high. Twice more. Exhale, through your core, lifting side, transverse abs. Inhale to reach. Exhale, under, lifting through right shoulder. Inhale to lift up to left hand. Inhale, coming up to gate pose. Sweep the right foot behind a little bit, hands wide to the sides. Lifting right hand up in an arch. When you're ready, left hand to left leg softly. Stretching through this whole right side, lifting with the heart and the gaze. Inhale back to center with the hands wide, wrapping the left elbow over the right now, so right elbow under. Hands to center and either hands to shoulders again if you need to. Looking down to the upper arms, feel the elbows forward, spread across the shoulder blades, press to knee and foot, lift through core, lengthen. And then exhale, release that, walk the hands forward, hinge the hips backwards, big stretch through with your back, the spine, feeling into the lower back, the outer hips, the inner thighs, the leg line as well. Walking the hands back towards you, take the right hand to the outer edge of the right side of the mat again for half moon, lifting left hand, left foot, flex the toes, lift through the glutes, the core, looking up to that left thumb, reaching up. Exhale, pull the elbow to knee, draw into center, inhale, reach high. Rest or twice more, elbow in, inhale to extend. Elbow to feel the hips and the core. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hand and knee down to the mat. Let's rest back into child's pose. Walking hands forwards onto the fingertips, reaching through. Soften the shoulders, extend the hips back, stretch through the spine. And sigh, grounding to the earth. Inhale, coming forwards and move your body forwards into a low cobra, all the way forward, snaking to the top of the mat. Press the toes down to the back, extend through the body. Exhale, drop the hips back again into your child's pose. Inhale, snake it forwards for cobra, low, and then lifting through the heart. Shoulders back, extend to the feet, looking great everyone. Exhale back. One more time, inhale forwards, lengthening through your spine, lifting heart, shoulders back. Feel the glutes and extend to the toes. Exhale, tuck the toes now, up to downward facing dog. Have a walk out of your legs. Feel both hands balanced, lifting up through the armpits, the core. Press to both feet. You can have a sway in your down dog, moving both heels over to the left, bend the left knee, press the right heel down to extend through the right side. Inhale back to center and go to the other side, bending the right knee, press the left heel down to stretch through the left. Inhale back to center, let's walk forward to the top of the mat please. Hanging in forward fold, hands to opposite shoulders as you sway from side to side. Have a shrug of your shoulders, relax your face, your jaw, relaxing down, preparing for our flow. And as we have a sigh here, just letting everything go to the ground, all the way drop. Slowly rolling up through the spine, all the way up, and shrugging your shoulders once you get up. Shrugging the shoulders a few times. We'll reach the hands up over the head, reaching high. Interlace the fingers, press the heels of the hands up. Stretch out through the side bodies, lift core, press to feet. Have a sway from side to side, swaying palm tree. One way and the other, softening shoulders, feeling through the side bodies, the hips and the legs. Letting that go as you reach the fingers up, coming to the top of your mat, ready for sun salutation. Spine the feet down, hip distance apart, looking down to the toes, spreading the toes of the hands by the sides, and then taking hands to your heart. Setting your intention as you close your eyes, tuning into the weight of your body and lifting to the crown of the head. Center, lifting through core, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing your heart and face. Breathing well and sending your intention out to the world. Then inhale, lift hands up, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Lowering down, inhale, looking forward to a flat back, hands can come to shins or knees. Exhale, hands down, stepping back with right foot, right knee down or lifted if you want to go strong straight away for high lunge. Reaching up through the fingertips, lengthen. Take the right hand now over to the left. We'll have a stretch through this right side again. Exhale, both hands down, stepping back to plank. Press through, inhale here. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga as you lower. Inhale, sweep the heart forward, shoulders back to the feet. Exhale, pressing back to cobra. 3 deep breaths. In your down dog, noticing big deep breaths, sweeping through from hands to feet. Feel the hands and feet in the square and the shoulders and hips in the square as well, formation. Inhale, lift right foot up to the sky. Exhale, hug the knee in, step off the back foot to press that foot forward to the top of the mat. Lifting up when you're ready. Inhale, reach the hands high, holding on to the left wrist, take both hands over to the right. Stretching through this left side, pressing feet down, softening shoulders. Inhale, hands down to the mat, reaching forward now, stepping forward, lifting up halfway. Exhale, forward fold, lift lower belly and shoulders. Inhale, looking up, reaching hands overhead. Exhale, forward fold down again. Inhale to look forward to lengthen. Exhale, hands down, stepping back with left foot, low or high lunge again, your choice. Reaching high with the hands. We'll take 3 breaths, exhaling, elbows out to the sides. Your choice, lion's breath, sticking the tongue out if you want. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, elbows to the sides. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, lion's breath if you like. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands down, stepping back to plank. Inhale for plank, press the ground away. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga as you lower. Inhale, sweep the heart forward for cobra, shoulders back. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. 3 more big breaths, pressing from hands to feet, centering, lifting up through shoulders and inner thighs. Feel the lift through the armpits as well, and firm the feet. Inhale, lift left foot up to the sky. Exhale, hug the knee in, step it forward, top of the mat, low or high lunge, again your choice. Inhale, rise the hands up. Exhale, elbows to the sides, lion's breath or sigh it out. Inhale, rise. Exhale, exhale, elbows down. Inhale to reach up. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen, hands overhead. Exhale, hands down, stepping forwards with an inhale, looking forwards, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold, lift shoulders and lower belly. Inhale, rise up to the top, reaching high, looking up. Exhale, forward fold again. Inhale, looking forward to a flat back. Exhale, hands down, stepping back with right foot. We'll take high lunge unless you want to take low lunge and be a bit softer, hands up overhead. Cross the forearms now over the head, press to the back heel, and if you need the back heel down to steady yourself in Warrior One, you're welcome to take that as well. One more breath on this side and check which forearms over your head, and then we'll cross the other way. So switching the forearms, breathing deep. One more breath. Feel the feet lift up through the lower belly, the spine. And then exhale, hands down, stepping back to plank. Lowering knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, sweep the heart forward, cobra, up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Resetting again, checking in. Breathing deep. Centering through hands and feet. Core, lifting shoulders and hips. Inhale, lift right foot up to the sky. Exhale, hug the knee in, step it forward, top of the mat. High or low lunge again if you prefer low, or Warrior One. Feel the legs, have a little bounce perhaps, then taking the forearms across to the top of the head. The shoulders down and back slightly, but keep lightness there. Legs are strong. We'll switch to forearms again, changing to the other side. Breathing deep. And then exhale, hands down, stepping forward with an inhale, looking forward, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold, lift lower belly and shoulders. Inhale, rise up to the top, reaching high, looking up. Exhale, forward fold, down again. Inhale to lengthen, look forwards to a flat back. Exhale, stepping left foot back. We'll ground left heel down for warrior one now, rising up to the top. Exhale, open warrior two, hands out to the sides, feet a bit wider, down the length of the mat, turning the palms up, extend to the fingertips, check you can see the right big toe just beyond you. We'll wrap the arms behind us now, wrapping the forearms, holding onto the sides of the elbows or wherever's comfortable for you. Keep the legs strong, the body aligned, so shoulders over hips, level and center. One more breath. Inhale, reach the hands out to the sides. Exhale, take side angle, right forearm to thigh, left arm up and over. Extending your own variation if you want to change the hands. The hands can stay as they are, or wrapping this left arm around the back. Maybe the right hand lowers with either the hand around the back or over the head, or you take the bind with the arms wrapped around the thigh. One more breath. And then inhale, coming up to center. We'll now take half moons. We're going to look down beyond the right foot, take the right hand down to the mat and take it as diagonal from the little toe to the hand. Lift up through the left foot, the left hand up to the sky. Reaching up, one more breath. And then exhale, both hands down, back to plank. As you lower, inhale for plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, lift the cobra, upward facing, shoulders back. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Pedal it out, have a sway if you like. Resting in child's pose, of course, if you need to as well. We'll go over to the other side with an inhale, lift left foot up to the sky. Exhale, step the foot forward, top of the mat. Grounding right heel down, warrior one, as you rise up. Exhale, warrior two, hands wide to the side. Check in to see the left big toe just beyond the knee. Lift through core, palms are turned up. We'll take the hands behind again, crossing the forearms at the back. Level shoulders, hips, facing forward, center to your legs. Feeling the shoulder blades drawing towards each other. And then we'll cross the hands the opposite way, so reversing your switch around again. One more breath. Inhale, reach the hands wide, lifting left hand up when you're ready, right hand to touch the right leg. Exhale, side angle, left forearm to thigh, right arm up and over. Stretching it out from the fingers all the way to the foot. Your variation, again, whatever you like in this posture. Taking what's comfortable for you, what you like as your stretch. Pressing through the legs, lengthening, looking up, lifting heart. Inhale, coming up to the top again, warrior two. Exhale, we'll take the left hand forward of the left foot for half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Lifting the right hand up, looking up to the right thumb, flex the right foot, pressing through that right heel. Lift core, lift heart, gaze. And then exhale, hands down, stepping that right foot back to the back of the mat. We'll take plank again with an inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lowering your own style. Inhale, reaching through the back bend, cobra up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Have the pedal out, noticing through. And those square formations with our arms in our warriors, strengthening and easing our shoulders and hips. Stepping the feet together at the back of the mat, please. Big toes touching. With an inhale, lift the right foot up to the sky, bend the right knee, press the left heel down for scorpion dog. Looking under the right arm slightly, both hands are balanced. You can circle the right ankle round one way and then the other. And then in your own way, circling the knee around. This could be that the knee just circles around up in the air, or the knee comes all the way forward to the right upper arm, the left upper arm, and back, extending the leg in a plank down dog sequence for just exploring around this hip, this knee, and the foot moving in a circle around the hip. Maybe the hip circles the opposite way with the circle, and then placing the foot down, have the pedal out. We'll go to the other side. Inhale, lift left foot up, take scorpion dog, bend the knee, flex the foot, looking under left upper arm, circle the ankle round one way, and then the other. Making a big circle now through the hip, moving the knee, maybe circling in the air again, or bringing that knee forward to left and right upper arm and extending it back. Your own practice, do what's right for you, and perhaps circling the hip in the other direction as well. Lowering the feet, pedal it out. We'll take the hands grabbing the sides of the mat, so really grab the sides of the mat. Feet a little bit wider than hip distance apart, bend the knees and send the inner thighs back and up, stretching out the lower spine, decompressive breath. Broaden your breath to the sides of the lungs, really filling up the back of the lungs, the back of the body. Stretch it out, lift up through the shoulders to keep them stable, lift through the inner arches, pressing the hips back, one more breath. And then taking normal hands back to the mat. Inhale, we lift right foot up to the sky. Bend the knee again, scorpion dog. Take the knee forward to right upper arm, lower arm, right upper arm again, lower arm, right upper arm again, and then lower the knee down for pigeon. Great, everybody. Relaxing the left leg back, straighten the foot behind you to the back of the mat. Check it straight, and the toes are turned down. Hands to frame the front leg. Onto the fingertips, bend the knuckles. Inhale, lengthen, lift up. Exhale, forward fold, slightly down, hovering. Inhale, lift up again. Feel hips. Exhale to lower, hover halfway. Inhale to lengthen, lift high. And now lowering with that length of your body and spine all the way down into your pigeon. Relaxing. Hands are forward or stacked on your forearms, leveling shoulders and hips, letting it all go to the ground. Have a sigh, breathing through. You can stay in this leveled normal pigeon, or if you want to stretch the right glute a little bit more, I'm going to take the left hand under the right arm, thread the needle. Right arm can be extended over the head still, or you can wrap that right arm around the back, and maybe the hand will find the foot underneath you. And if the hand finds the foot underneath you, you can take first two fingers and thumb to the big toe. But don't worry if it's nowhere near the foot. Feel the shoulders, the hips, the stretch to the glute. And then we'll slowly come back to center. Hands to center, lift up. Then take the right hand in front of the knee to the center of the mat. Reach the left hand back. Maybe the left foot can go to the hand and you can hook the hand and the foot together. Pulling the heel in towards the glute, have a nice stretch through the thigh, through the hip that way. You can choose whether to look around to the left or to look forward, of course, and that will maybe be a different stretch for you, how you turn the gaze and look forward or to the left. Keep going, pressing through. And then slowly coming back. Take the foot down, hands shoulder width apart again, tuck the left toes under, walk the foot and the knee up the mat, prepare for three-legged down dog as you reach that right foot back, tiny fast shakes in space with the leg, shaking out all the joints, all the flesh from the bone. And we'll go to the other side, have a pedal out of the legs. When you inhale, lift left foot up to the sky, bend the left knee, scorpion dog. Exhale, pull the knee forward to the left upper arm, to the lower arm, left upper arm, lower arm. One more time, lift it up. And then lower it all the way down to the left wrist, turning the foot to the right side. Walk back the right leg, check to see that it's straight behind you, the toes are turned down. Walk the hands wide, possibly onto the fingertips, bending the knuckles forward, lengthen through the spine. 3 hover downs as we hover halfway, draw lower belly up, inhale to rise up again, exhale to lower down, inhale to rise, center hips and tailbone. Exhale, lowering all the way down now, walking hands forward or forearms, leveling this side. Soften your face, your shoulders, the hips. Keeping slightly engaged in the pelvis to not really dump or drop all the weight forcefully through the hips. Land into the back foot, relaxing fully. Letting go to the ground. Breathing through the back of the lungs, the back of the body. Come up slightly if you want that thread the needle variation, threading the right arm under the left. Maybe the left hand stays above the head or it wraps around the back again. And again, maybe finding the foot, the toe, if you can. Lengthening to the back foot, stretch out the hips, the shoulders, breathing through. Softening the face and the jaw, have a sigh again. Taking the hands back to the mat, shoulder width apart again, firm the back toes, moving that back foot up again to up the mat. 3-legged dog as we inhale, lift the foot, the leg, shaking tiny fast shakes. The joints, the meridian lines, the nadis all the way through again. Hands are balanced. And then lowering that foot down. Have a little pedal out of the legs. We'll inhale, lift the right foot up to the sky. Exhale, hug the knee in, step it forward. Parallel the feet now for wide leg forward fold. Okay, feet are parallel, check that the big toes are turned in slightly and come up to with the hands on your hips. Lengthen, lifting up through the body, looking up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, the slight bend in the knees, lowering the hands forward. We'll reach them forward as far as they can go first of all, onto the fingertips, walking them forwards. Lengthen the hips back, tiny bend in the knees. Notice the inner seam of the leg from inner arch to inner thighs again. Healing the glute flesh back, the hips back. Healing up through the side bodies and the spine. Through the skin on your torso to the shoulders. Trying to spread the hips back and shoulders slightly staying as they are, as if they were moving forwards and the hips back. Have that counter action. One more breath. And then taking hands underneath the body so they frame shoulder width apart in between the legs, in between the feet. Head down to the ground, hips high, tilting the weight forward to the front of the feet. Lift up through the inner seams of the legs, the inner thighs, lengthening the head down each breath, lengthening with an inhale and folding, lifting through core and pelvic floor as you exhale. One more breath here, inhale to lengthen, and exhale to fold. Inhale, looking forward, take the right hand underneath your face and lift left hand to the sky. Looking round to that left thumb, staying with the hand lifted or wrap the arm around the back. Feel maybe the hand coming to the right hip or round to the right thigh, holding onto the right thigh, peeling the shoulder back more. Lift heart, one more breath, press to both feet. And then exhale, lowering that hand down. We'll go to the other side. Inhale, reaching right hand up, looking to that right thumb. Feeling the right shoulder back. Staying with the hand high or wrapping it around the back. Again, maybe to the hip or the front of the thigh. Lifting the right shoulder more, looking round, turning the thoracic spine, your rib cage. Lengthening. And then exhale, both hands down. Walk both hands over to the left foot. Frame the foot either with the hands either side or the hands inside the foot slightly. Inhale, lengthen, looking forwards. Exhale to bow down. Twice more. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bow in. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to bow. We'll keep the right hand towards the floor and left hand lifted in that twist once more over this left side. One more breath, reaching the thumb up. And then exhale down. Taking the hands all the way over to the right leg. Again, frame the foot or slightly inside. Inhale, lengthen over this right foot. Exhale, forward fold. Twice more. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold during lower belly in. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to fold. Inhale, lifting right hand up, keeping left hand down into the twist. Reaching the thumb up, turning, revolving. Exhale, hand down. Walk the hands to the front of the mat again. Back to your plank. Inhaling plank. Exhale, lowering all the way down to the ground now. We'll do a few wide cobras, hands wide to the sides, bending the knuckles forwards, coming onto the fingertips. Inhale, lengthen, lift up, heart forward, shoulders back. Exhale to lower down. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to lower down. Once more, inhale to lengthen fully, lift heart. Exhale to lower down. Taking Sphinx pose, elbows under shoulders, wriggle onto the front of the thighs, feet are level and pressing or toes down at the back of the mat. Spread the fingers, lengthen, lifting up, lifting heart, shoulders back. One more breath. And then choosing to stay here or seal, moving the fingers at a slight diagonal out to the sides, forming a V, lift up through the arms. Bend the elbows slightly and check to see that both of the inner elbows are facing each other. Do you have a slight rotation of the shoulders moving into the outer shoulders, stretching through. One more breath. And then slowly lowering down. We'll cross the forearms in crocodile pose, throwing the feet over the legs to relax the lower back. I take a shoulder stretch now, moving the right arm at shoulder height out away from the body, palm facing down. We then use the left hand to sway onto the right side of the body, the right shoulders pressing to the ground. The left foot can step behind the right and the left knee can bend to make it more of a stretch, turning the body a bit more. And staying for 2 more breaths here, just easing, relaxing that right shoulder fully, letting go to the ground. Coming back to your neutral, and we'll do the same with the other side. So left hand out from the body, turn the palm down, and then roll onto that left side. Rolling all the way over, I'll show you the right again, all the way over onto the left shoulder. Keep the palm down to the ground. Feel the right foot maybe at the back to bend the knee. One more breath. And then slowly coming back to center. We'll take locust now with our hands bound behind us. So interlacing the fingers, lifting heart, lifting feet. 5 deep breaths. You can press the ground away with the belly as you inhale, exhale to soften down. Inhale to engage, lifting chest, lifting feet, shine to the toes. Exhale to lower. Keep it going. Inhale to lift up, shoulders back, heart forward. Exhale to soften, keeping your face relaxed. Inhale, lifting, not overreaching with the jaw and the chin. Exhale to lower. One more breath, shining it up, lighting to the toes, the crown of the head. And then exhale, lowering down. Well done. Turn your cheek to the mat and just relax one side of your neck. Turn the opposite cheek to the mat and stretch the other side. Your choice, you can go to bow next, Dhanasana, hands to the feet, knees and big toes touching and lift up that way. Or if you want something a bit softer, locust with the hands to the sides, or interlacing your hands the opposite way in locust to reverse the grip and lift up again. 5 more breaths. However you want to be, lifting chest, knees, lengthening through the spine. Feel the shoulder blades drawing back, heart forward, lifting through the spine. Exhale to soften, maybe rocking a little bit, breathing well. And then exhale, lowering all the way down. Well done. Come aside, maybe crocodile pose, swaying the feet, forearms crossed to the top of the mat. When you're ready, taking the hands underneath the shoulders, firm the feet, elbows in, pressing up to child's pose. Take the hips back to the heels, hands forward into prayer, and take the prayer to the back of the head, or you can relax the hands to the feet if you prefer. Stretching through the spine softly, feel the hips moving to the heels, stretching out the lower back. One more breath. And then slowly coming up. We'll come onto a seat now, sitting down with our feet forward, flexing the toes, spreading the toes away from each other, moving any glute fresh from the sides to sit balanced on our sit bones. Lengthen through the spine, lifting the heart. We'll sit in Dandasana, staff pose, hands back, fingertips facing the back space, and leaning back slightly to really straighten the back, straighten the spine. Bring the shoulder blades back, the heart lift through pelvic floor and lower belly as well. Letting go of the hands at the back, reach them up to the sky. Exhale, hover halfway for your forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands further forward. Exhale, folding fully. Paschimottanasana, west facing pose. Hands can be to the floor, to the feet, or the first 2 fingers and thumbs to the big toes. Gazing forwards to the toes, lengthening through the body. Lifting the heart with an inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen forwards. Exhale to fold, drawing through lower belly and pelvic floor. Keep that going. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. And 2 more breaths, breathing through the back of the body. Breathing across the heart forwards and the core lifted. Flexing the toes, pressing through the leg line. Then letting go as you inhale, reach the hands up overhead. We'll cross the forearms now over our head once more. Noticing the shoulders soft. We'll do a forward fold like this. So inhale, reach forward slightly. Exhale, hover and forward fold. Feel the stretch through the hips to the heels, from the hips to the shoulders. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Inhale, coming up to the top. We'll check in with the forearms and switch them the other way around. Just this last side. Inhale, lengthen forward slightly. Exhale, hover halfway. Staying here or fold a bit deeper, but stay safe. Reaching through, lifting through the side bodies, press the hips, flex the feet, really strong feet. And then inhale, coming all the way up. Shrug your shoulders, release that, well done. We'll take reverse tabletop, either with the legs straight, big toes pressing down, it's called inclined plane, or bending the knees, feet hip distance apart, lifting up through the hips. Pressing the ground away, breathing through. Lengthen the tailbone, parallel the body and the spine, lifting through the gaze, press to hands and feet, lift up through glutes, all toes are down, one more breath, and then slowly lowering down to the ground. We'll take a kneeling position now, Virasana Hero pose, please. And coming into kneeling, we'll do a thigh stretch, which is nice for our thighs. So in kneeling, let's just take our shoulders again into a stretch, interlacing the fingers behind the back. Reverse the grips and switch whichever index finger and thumbs on top, and just interlace them, still with the palms facing towards each other at the back. Pressing the shoulder blades towards each other, level the head and the gaze. And then take the hands over to one side of the back, tucking that same elbow in as the hands rest there. Stretching through to the other shoulder, noticing the opposite shoulder, and breathing through. For an extra neck stretch, you can dip the same ear as the hands are on the side of the back. So the same ear to the shoulder, dipping to the shoulder, stretching the other side of the neck. Inhale, coming up to center. We'll center the hands as well and move them all the way to the other side. On this other side, moving the elbow in again, and the shoulder in your awareness to the opposite shoulder. Dipping the ear again to the shoulder and stretching through the neck. Enjoying breathing. Inhale, coming up to center, center the hands behind, and we're relaxing the hands to the sides now. Move the hands back slightly, actually, however it's comfortable for you. We're going to move this right foot forward and have the foot on the ground, knee forward, the left knee still in hero pose, half hero, hands behind, and then you lift up the hips again, just like we did in that reverse tabletop. And it stretches the front of the left thigh, the front of the left hip really nicely. Just lift the hips up, stretch the front of the left thigh. Breathing deep, one more breath. And then slowly lowering down, carefully moving your hands to move this right foot under you again into hero pose. Just reset and have a pause, balanced in your normal kneeling position, hero. And then take the left foot forward. Carefully, left foot's flat and parallel, just around the knee area, hands behind, get safe and lift up the hips when you're ready. Stretching out this right hip, this right thigh, lifting the hips parallel, level the body, breathing through. One more breath, pressing the thigh, the hip forward. And then slowly lowering down. Going back to your kneeling Virasana again. And this time we'll take both hands behind, center the hips, center the body, and just press the hips up level together. Lifting up through the body, through the heart, press the hands back, breathing well. And then slowly lowering down. Great. Take it onto our bottoms to move the feet forward, feet hip distance apart and flex to the top of the mat. Let's lower down with an inhale, lift the hands forward. Exhale, start to roll down through your core. Core's engaged, rolling through the spine really slowly. Each vertebra, each section of the spine down to the ground, lowering all the way. Inhale, reach the hands over the head. Exhale, lift up with your core in reverse now. Or you can rest if you don't want to do this, of course. Lifting up all the way up to the top, strong core. Once more, inhale, reach the hands high. Exhale, lowering down all the way through the back. Strong core, relax face and shoulders. Inhale, reach the hands overhead. Exhale, coming up last time, or stay down and relaxing. If you're staying down, hugging the knees in, rocking from side to side. Coming up all the way, let's take boat. Feet forward, flexing the feet, holding onto the thighs. Maybe extending the legs, extending the arms, or staying at that first variation. If you're on your back, you may like to take happy baby and just have a nice relaxing walk around. Press to the toes, lift the gaze to the toes, lifting through the lower back, through the core. One more breath in your boat. Hands can be on your thighs and you can bend the knees, flex the toes. And then lowering the feet down. Let's lower down one last time, all the way to the ground. Slowing it down. And then hugging your knees in, rock from side to side. We'll take a spinal twist now, called twisted root. Wrapping the right leg over the left and easing both knees over to the left. Right hand away from the body, shoulder height. Palm turned up, and the elbow can be bent if you like that version, or the arm can be straight. Softening the shoulder down, breathing through, breathing across the whole right side of you. Having a breath, releasing, and noticing the stretch all the way around the right hip. Easing out tension. Inhale, coming back to center with both knees, hug them in, have a rock and roll around. And then we'll go to the other side. Left leg wrapping around right, twisted root, moving both knees over to the right, and the left hand out at shoulder height, palm turned up. Bending the left elbow if you like that version again, and softening the shoulder to the mat. Breathing through the whole left side of you, left shoulder, ribs, lung, side body, hip, and spine, lower back, all the way through. Having a sigh and surrendering. Inhale, coming up to center again, both knees. Circles round with the knees one way, and circling the knees the other way. If there's any other posture that you'd like to take, any stretch before Shavasana, you're very welcome to take that now. Finding a position that's as comfortable as possible for your body for Shavasana as you lie on the ground. You can bend the knees with the inner knees touching for restorative rest. Hands away from the body, palms turned up. We're straightening your legs out for full relaxation. Receiving your practice, allowing all of the prana, the light, the energy to soak within you. You may like to take your left hand to your heart and your right to your belly, sending healing through your body. Allowing your body to fully let go of any holding and melt to the ground. As if you could get heavier with each exhale and imprint to the mat below. Allowing the air around you to give yourself a sense of freedom, of lifting. Noticing this balance of letting go of heaviness and lifting, freeing with lightness. As you breathe through, relaxing every part of you, all the way down to the toes, the soles of your feet, softening your face, the back of the eyes, the sockets deep into the skull, softening your throat, your jaw, with love and peace through you, breathing across your heart, your lungs, down to the lower organs, through every trillions of cells, of neurons, of atoms, of light, prana from your practice, shining brightly with an inhale, an exhale, softening, glowing within. Relaxing further through your shoulders, your back, your hips. Allowing this recharging energy. Inviting freshness, vitality, grounding with your connectedness to yourself, to the divine, to Mother Earth, to your soul, to your body, to your heart and mind in balance. And this coherence of your heart field, of your breath, allowing this connection to recharge you all the way through. And sealing this into every cell within you, every part of you. Sealing this in to the sun and the moon within, of union, of peace, of balance, of harmony, of love within and all around. Sending this love out to all, to the whole world, to every being, every animal, every plant. And having a few sighs as you start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Hugging your knees in and having a stretch through, reaching fingers and toes in a long line. Waking for your day. As you roll onto your side for a few breaths, thanking yourself for this time you've given yourself. Pressing the ground away, coming slowly up to seated, with hands to your heart. Let's sit with a long, straight spine. Sealing this practice with 3 Oms, 3 Shantis. Inhaling to prepare. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. As you bow to your heart, bowing to each other, Namaste. I read a passage from A Path with Heart, Jack Cornfield's book, which is a really great book. I recommend this. And this passage is a quote from Chief Seattle. The earth is our mother. Whatever befalls the earth befalls the sons and daughters of the earth. This we know. All things are connected like the blood which unites one family. All things are connected. Whatever befalls the earth befalls the sons and daughters of the earth. We do not weave the web of life. We are merely a strand of it. Whatever we do to the web, we do to ourselves. Looking after yourself today with peace and love. Looking after the world today with peace and love is our priority. Go well, friends. Stay safe, stay strong, stay mindful, stay connected. Lots of love to you all. Namaste.